Hello, and welcome to the Pepperbird Magazine. Did you know that the Pepperbird Magazine has been in existence for over 25 years, and we're still going strong? I invite you to take an ad on our internet magazine, which is very, very useful during COVID days. So please, give us a call. We'll come and have a quick chat with you and video you and your business. Look at the number below.
This is your own boy, DJ. Whoa, I'm back with reality. Don't we are suffering off. You need to step down. Come on, and we are step down. You're suffering too much. You need to step down. Step down. You can't wait get here. You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down. Nowhere to go. You need to step down. Come on, and we are step down. No money in the bank. You need to step down. Don't forget to step down. For taking people. You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down. To get full of war. You need to step down. Come on, and we are step down. Liberian people suffering. You need to step down. Don't forget to step down. Everything like Proto. You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down. We now get hospital. You need to step down. Come on, and we are step down. We now get good school. You need to step down. Don't forget to step down. No Yekeh Kolubah for children. You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down. No good company. You need to step down. Come on, and we are step down. You working, you get to pay. You need to step down. Don't forget to step down. Every day you get step in. You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down. No justice for the poor. You need to step down. Come on, and we are step down. Every day come and repeat. You need to step down. Don't forget to step down. Because they get power. You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down. You're suffering poor people. You need to step down. Come on, and we are step down. Retire, report for you need to step down. Don't forget to step down. You say you come on player. You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down. No football and killing me. You need to step down. Come on, and we are step down. People dying every day. You need to step down. Don't forget to step down. JFK to Park. You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down. Education very poor. You need to step down. Come on, and we are step down. You don't have a feeling. You need to step down. Don't forget to step down. Go good healthcare. You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down. You know I say the truth. You need to step down. Go back to bed, step down. Come to get here. Come to get here. Everybody go you crazy. We tire of joy. We tire of fucking pro. Back to me suffering. Them rather suffering. You can rather suffering. Yana boss suffering. Come to get here. Every day. No more get to bed. No more fucking pro. You need to step down. We are suffering off. We need to step down.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Today is April the 23rd, 2021. We are a few days, weeks closer to the end of this month. This morning, before I begin my lesson, I want to take a few minutes to address this situation with the people in Nimba County. You know, I was listening to Francis Doe's podcast this morning, and he raised a very, very significant point. Mandingos cannot go around claiming tribal lands and claiming tribal rights when they have no tribal lands and rights. So when they want to complain about things in Nimba County, do it as Liberians, not as tribal members, not as Mandingos or this group. No. When the people bother your property, go and sue them as Liberians. Don't bring nothing but tribe in it. Talk about Liberians. But Francis Doe he was almost talking the same thing we're talking, but in a different light. And I wasn't even thinking about this light because we have talked to our people for so long about Liberianism. And our people can still cannot understand what we're talking about, or don't want to understand it, or against understanding it. And it comes back to haunt us all the time. Mandingo people don't own any land in Liberia. I don't know if they own land anywhere. They are a nomadic tribe. That means they wander. They travel from place to place. No Mandingo tribe has ever stayed in one place for a long time. Probably because of this civil war. So they found somewhere to settle. They couldn't move as they wanted to move to around the country. So they settled on land that wasn't theirs. Land that was provided to them to settle on when they come to Liberia. And the family, the Sua family that owned the land in Nimba County, had no real concern about Muslims sitting on their land, because Muslims do not sit for long. They're gone most of the year. Maybe when they come to Liberia to do their trading, they come to that one spot and sit down. That doesn't make it their land. And that doesn't give them adverse possession of the land. You cannot claim adverse possession when it's only a temporary stopping place. So adverse possession requires certain components. One, the land must be there, barren for years. Nobody using it. Nobody claiming it. It's just like it's there. Then you come and sit on it. You started cleaning the land. You started burning the land to grow farm. You started building house. Nobody talk to you. Nobody say anything to you. You build your bad house. You build your shack. And this is not during wartime now. This is during peaceful time, regular peaceful time. You build all of this and nobody say nothing to you. You sit there. You raise your family. You ran your business openly. for 21 years. And nobody say a thing to you. Then after 21 years now, you ready to pass the property on to your grandchildren and so, and you're comfortable there. Some Joe Blow come from under the snow and tell you that his property. Then you say, but where you been all this time? Oh, I've been in America. Yeah, who been taking care of your property? My cousin and me looking at it. What? Are your cousin and then tell me where your property? There's no civil war. We never had no war for 40, 50 years, 60 years. War laws now ruling our country. We got a civilized government. Then you come back after 21 years and say you want your property, you can't get it back. I can't give it to you. I've invested too much in this property and nobody told me what yours. So you go sue. That's act for possession. Okay? The person owned the land, they fought for it, they possessed it, they claimed it as their own, they improved it, developed it, did everything on it, and you never talk. Nobody said nothing about it. You own the land. Okay? But a wandering tribe cannot claim to own land. First of all, the people knew they were sitting on their land, so they're not adverse possession. They knew that was not the land. They came and sat there. The man saw them there. They said, oh, y'all can sit there for a while. Yeah, sit there. We're not using it, but you use it. So how you possess the land? You can't possess the land. If the people know that you're sitting on the land, they don't care. A lot of people do that in Liberia for Mandingo people, for wandering tribes, because they never own land. Their livelihood is business. So they travel from place to place trading. They are traders. They travel with their whole family. They are like gypsies in America. Everybody move together. The whole family moves, so they're not staying in one place. That's why you can find Mandingos in Nimba, you find Mandingos in Kipman, you find Mandingos all over. And they're not in a large group either. They're in a little subsistence farming group, subsistence family group. 4, 5, 6 family together. You know, say then when they first all of them come from all over, Guinea all over to come help. And that ain't happening no more. Ain't happening in Liberia no more. Y'all start that thing. When we finish disciplining y'all, we are under the laws of the Republic of Liberia now. And you better understand this thing. We're going back to civilization. Or we're going back slowly. And our laws are coming into play. And you people better know where you stand in the world society. Not in the Liberian society, in the world society. If you are a nomadic tribe, traveling all over West Africa, you cannot claim land in Liberia. You are a temporary Liberian. You do not live in Liberia year-round. So you're never invested in land. Is this war business now stop you from moving around and you're settling down now, but you can't settle on the people's property? Now, one of the things Samuel and Fraser Doe were talking about, government making allotment of lands available for these people to settle. That's not our government job. That's not our government job. If we started settling all these nomadic tribes, when we settle Liberian citizens who are settlers, who are developers of lands, who claiming family land, who claiming tribal lands and all these things. We got enough problem with lands just among Liberian people. Then we bring the nomads and add them to the land business. You see? So Jabata don't know what he's talking. Now, if our commander, I will warn him this first time and tell him to pay attention to life. The second time, we're going to jail him and try him for treason. So these things we don't play with. You go put on army suit, first of all, we'll fuck you and take the army suit from you. You can't threaten the Liberian government. That's just stupid. Who are you? Who are you saying you putting on army shirt? You think one Mandingo tribe will stop the whole Liberian government? We're not fighting no war no more. We are united. And we're changing our country. Y'all better get under the damn law. And as I was saying, I propose that the government take our property under eminent to name me, because I didn't know the extent of the issue. But after I went and read about it and what the court said about it, the court is right. And the people family land. Why? Because you're squatting on it, and the people know you're squatting on it. You take the people land. You can't take the people land. And we're making no provision for people to go anywhere. No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We pay. I have nothing wrong with eminent domain or the family. Well, the family own the property. So the government got to just give them resettlement money. We can give them money to go find somewhere to live else. But we ain't going to build no houses for them. Are you crazy? We got to look at we got to weigh it. The benefit versus the loss. Is it beneficial? More beneficial to build them an area to stay in than to pay them 4 or 5 family $2,000 for property? Resettlement fee, $2,000. Let them go rent somewhere. All of them, they don't have to live together in the same area. All of them had houses. They were independent houses and family houses. They were just close together. Now they can't live close together. And if they do want to live close together, then they go and pursue land like that. You know, that full family, that $8,000, $9,000, let them go buy one lot and settle on the one lot, because those 4 houses were less than one lot. So let them go do the equivalent. Under eminent domain, the government is only supposed to give them enough money as is equal to the fair market value for their houses, and no more. So anything they come to get big money on an eminent domain, no, there's an evaluation of the property, how much it's worth on the fair market values, on the fair market value, when people will buy it on the market, and will give you a fair amount for that. It doesn't have to be equal. It can be fair. But so now the family owns the land. You can't get eminent domain. You're a squatter. The government there go around building places for all the squatters in Monrovia. When they got places in Nima, they got places in Grand Gila, they got places all over, and they just came to Monrovia because of the Civil War. We ain't going to do that. No, we're trying to clear up Monrovia. We're trying to get these people to go back to their counties to work, where they got land to stay. All the people in Monrovia got land, up country. What we going to build houses for people who got land for? You better pack your bags and get out of Monrovia and go back to your counties. That's why you've got to take development out of Monrovia and take it all across the land. That's why we can't just focus everything in Monrovia. We got to take some of our universities out. So we got to put a university in the eastern region too. We got to put 1 or 2 in the eastern region. We got to let these people go back to their counties to get educated. If school there, what they do in Monrovia? Let them pack their stuff and leave. You got land in Monrovia. What you stay in Monrovia for? Mandingo people got better opportunity to buy land in Grand Gila or Maryland or somewhere far away from the city where land is cheaper. So go up there and find out if people will let you settle there and buy land. We ain't giving billion nothing in Liberia, in Monrovia. No, no, no. So you're in America with all these dreams of government housing and all of that. You better grow up. You better grow up. We got too many things to do than to think about government housing. We got priorities in our development. Our children ain't educated. You think I'm coming to lead a nation with people dumb as a doornail? What is all this? Our children are dumb. Why we're going to put everything before them? People stealing the money. People corrupt. Our whole system corrupt. Even if we put new leaders there, we got to break the old habits. We got to break the old habits. The old habits have existed for so long. You can't just put new leaders there and expect the whole system to just change overnight. No. When the whole society is corrupt, you got to go into it and break it with punishment, convictions of crimes, jail. There's a lot to reviving our country, and the more we stay foolish, the more we stay following the recycled politicians. I love Joe Boca. Joe Boca ain't do nothing to me. There's no evidence that he stole, but he been there too long. He knows nothing else but the same ideals. Ellen Johnson came, we expected her to change our country. What she did, she fell right back into the old Chapman practice. Bite and blow. Let me steal. And look how our country is robbed. You put Boga there, he been there longer than Ellen. What do you think he would do? What do you think Boga would bring to the table? You put Ellen Cummings there, what Ellen Cummings would bring to the table? He can't bring nothing. And then from the same old order. And everything Ellen Cummings talking is not to punish Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. You have not heard Ellen Cummings once talk about punishing Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And that's a deception. You never heard him once talk about blaming Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He puts everything on that. And he won't punish we are for corruption. And I'm saying, no. No. We can't put the blame on our little ignorant indigenous boy. We can't do that. But everybody mad at me because I use the word indigenous or native. They not listen to the fact that I'm telling them that this woman and her family has stole. We need to go after them because we got a dummy called George Weah who wants to be president and is willing to take the blame for this woman and protect her. And that's not our philosophy. That's not his promise to the Liberian people. He's a deceiver and a liar. And we have to go after the real corrupter, the real educated woman, the PhD woman and the almost PhD woman, the great economics woman who just messed our country up. Then you're mad at me because I call you a native. Huh? Then that nativism George we have been doing to us. Then that real native, dumb, tribal BS he been doing to us. He won't be chief. Look at all the children disappearing. Then I'm talking about the same practice, the same ritualistic killing, the same evil our indigenous people have perpetrated against us since 1980 to this very day, with support of the Congo people, lifting up the criminal Congo people. Then you got a real Congo man telling you, this ain't right. This not right. This not what our constitutional laws stand for. This not helping our people in our country. Then you say, oh, but shut up, man, your pa did it. Your pa did it. Your ma did it. Your pa did it. Your ma did it. And what kind of foolishness is that? Even my boy Ivar, all continent, we all you sit down before the coup, we all you sit down and talk what we do for our country. As soon as the coup happened, they all turned Congo and country on me. They all turned Congo and country. Now they're coming to their senses after 12 years of Ellen Johnson BS and 3 years of this other dummy rule. They find that our country not going nowhere. They got to get out of this government and go on their own. Now they're coming back with a realization that we're hurting ourselves. The more we stay under this regime, we are hurting ourselves. Other people moving and growing, and there are many opportunities up there. Like Casa was just talking on a show this morning I was watching. We have the abilities to do great things. Great things. But our little tribal idiosyncrasies, our little blindness, our little dummy attitudes keep us down and enslaved instead of growing great. You think I care whether you're coming, bastard? That's why I'm bringing it to you. To tell you, it don't matter to me. I passed that stage. I got the training and the abilities that many other people calling me bastard don't have. And they will never get. They will never get it. Their children will never get it. Look at all the things I'm doing. That's a blessing. It's a blessing. And it's a calling. So you people have to understand that the destiny of our country and people rests on the divine, not on mankind, on the divine. If you understand the divine, when you go to the juju and things, those are selfishness. You don't go there to change your country. You go there for yourself, for your personal interest to overpower people, to hurt people, to be greater than people, to get position and all these things. It's personal. It's not for the world. When you serve people like Jesus Christ, Muhammad, Buddha, and all these religious people that were, even my wife, I told her, don't say anything about other religions. Not that she should say anything bad, but just to talk about their gods and who their gods and all these. No, that's not our duty. That's not our duty to condemn other religions. We are struggling to survive ourselves. Other people got their gods to give them hope because they have never heard about Jesus Christ. They don't believe in Jesus Christ. He's not in their lives. That's why Christians have the responsibility to bring the message of Christ to them. So you cannot condemn their gods because Jesus Christ has taught us that there are many gods. He didn't say there are many cats or there are many dogs. He said there are many gods. Gods. So that means we are inferior in many ways to the elements, to the divine, to the spiritual. We are nothing. If there are many gods, where are they? You don't know where they are. You don't know who they are. That's why some of these spiritualists and these how you call it, these investigators, spiritual investigators, when they go somewhere, some other people can get really hurt. Really hurt. Because they go play with things they don't understand. And when you do those things time and again, and you don't understand the mysticism of the world, we got a lot of people in the world. Gods may be aliens. People may be worshiping aliens as gods. We see the people all over us every day. You know they got more power than us. Why? Because they got technology. They got knowledge of things we have never seen before. Because they got travel, they got flight. They can go places we can't go. They can see things we can't see ever until we become that sophisticated. And all of us will not be able to see it. Only a few people, the astronauts, until we develop years more, that all of us can go to the moon or have travel all over the atmosphere. I mean, the stratosphere and all those things. So once we get to those kind of areas, then we see those things. Well, we can't see them, but they are there. That don't mean they're not there. That don't mean they don't exist. But these are all things just, how you think people saw Star Trek and all the things? Somebody must have planted that thing in that man's mind. Those are futuristic things that are realistic in our world. And we don't understand how to deal with it. We don't understand how to handle the gifts they bring to us. We destroy ourselves. We destroy ourselves. So all the things you see flying around, they may be gods to us. They may be God to us, and you don't know how many are there. You don't know what they are capable of doing with the technology. They're not gods in the sense of immortality, maybe, but they are gods in the sense of technology. They are so advanced because of their abilities to travel through space that we haven't reached yet. I'm sure they got things traveling through water too that we can't see yet. Okay, so all these things are mystery to us. There are things some of us can't even fathom, think about, even want to be bothered with. But that don't mean they false. That don't mean other people not seeking the knowledge of these things. So let's just be cautious of what we do, because our country is it's our country. It's our only country. And if we don't grow up with the knowledge of how to deal with things that God has blessed us with, we end up losing it time and time again. And this is why people like me are blessed to bring this message. Otherwise, we're not here. We can hear from other people all we want, but if we don't hear from our own, that may be a problem time and time again. Okay? So let me get my lesson. And I got less than 30 minutes to get this show, my lesson done. Okay? It's not a big lesson anyway. So my first topic for the day is let my cue come around. 1, Representative Yekeh Kolubah's suspension dropped. 2, Diaspora Advocates and corruption. 3, ritualistic and or other killings. All these things going on in Liberia. So let's deal with Yekeh Kolubah first. The reason why Yekeh Kolubah is so significant in this whole fray of Liberia history, Yekeh was a warlord. I mean, not a warlord, he was a soldier. Some claim he was a child soldier. All of these are coming up from us from the TRC he went to. And now he wants justice. He doesn't mind the Crown Court because his childhood was taken away from him without his consent. As a child soldier, he did things he didn't know he was not supposed to do. So for him, there's a better chance of him staying out of jail or even getting a life sentence for some of the things he did. But people like Prince Johnson, Snow, all the war laws that went to Nima County recently. We still got the people among us as government officials. We still got the people among us as our leaders. So what you expect? Yekeh Kolubah is one of the only ones speaking out against George Weah, despite his cousin, despite his insults. Other people are doing it too. The CDC people are doing it to LA Comics. They're doing it to Walker. They're doing it to Darius Dillon, Combly, Kanga, Lawrence. They're doing it to all of them too. So, what makes Yekeh Kolubah any different? But it's just that Yekeh Kolubah doesn't care. He exposing them for everything they're doing. And he doesn't care how he's doing it because they are trying to punish him unjustifiably, trying to throw the law at him incorrectly. And it's a shame. You know, how you fight this one man time again and all his people supporting him, his constituents behind him. You can't continue to do that. It is against our law. The man being deprived his immunities, the things he entitled to for his communities. How can a man do his business? It's difficult. So where do we stand with that again? Okay? So Yekeh Kolubah went and started, he called George Weah a dog. My only point was he got started acting scared and started saying, oh no, it's DAWG. No, man, stand on your ground, man. It's dog, it's dog. The people are going to punish you, they're going to punish you. You know, but you got arguments too. You got people in the Senate too who may not approve of them suspending you. So that what came down to. Now they go to the Senate. All the CPP people, they didn't stand up for the man. They didn't stand up for Yekeh. I can't remember what they complained about. I don't remember anybody talking about Yekeh situation or being vocal about it, except Akarius Gray. I mean, why would this happen? All our people from the CPP say they know the law and they're competent, or then they go to the representative meeting and they hear this man. These people want to suspend a party member because he's vocal against the president for corruption, for stealing, for all the mishaps going on in our country. Did his party member join? Did they complain? I didn't hear that. I've been hearing Akarius Gray been standing up for him and promising they will stand up for him when they come back from their break. Now from their break, Yekeh Kolubah takes the legislature to court for the court to stop them on a writ of prohibition, for the court to stop them from suspending him against the law. So they go to the court. They have a judge sat down and review the case, Judge Nagwe, and what he came up with. The people, they fulfill the law. They're rushing to punish the man without using the law, the steps provided by the law to ensure just punishment, just conviction. They got rules. The people don't follow their own rules. And that just demonstrates that most of our legislators cannot read. Or they have problem reading. Or they're too damn lazy to read. Because how will the law be in the books for the house? And the house officials don't know the law. They want to suspend Yekeh Kolubah on some kind of bogus charge with all the right procedure and processes to doing it. And the way they did it was wrong. And Acarius Gray was the only one that picked it up and said, no, this thing is wrong. You can move Yekeh because of that. Why? Because the plenary is not supposed to punish people. The plenary is not supposed to investigate people. That's not the purpose of the plenary. The plenary is the final decision maker for the House committees. That's what you got committees for. These committees go into the committees and handle all the rules problem, all the issues problem, all the traveling problem, all the transportation problem, and they bring it to the plenary where they have already decided on it, and they present the decision, and plenary votes on it. That's how laws are made. You don't come in the plenary to make decisions and vote on things in the plenary. No, and those are idiots. People who don't read. People who don't know the law. Because laws are to be debated. Situations that come to the House and Legislature and Senate have to be debated so the Senate can find where these rules are congruent with Senate rules or Senate procedures before they start looking at the greater constitutional issues. So everything has processes. And investigation is one of the major jobs of oversight. You got to investigate these things. When we complain are brought to you, reports are brought to you. You can't just come like lazy men, just come from drinking beer from some kind of shop under the street, come from peeing all on the wall, on the table of justice, come in there drunk and just sit down and say, oh, let this now, let this. No, our country is not a drunken native village. Where do you think we are? That's why our country can't improve. These people are lazy, they are ignorant, they are useless. Even if they can read and write, they don't want to do it. They want somebody else to do it for them. They want somebody to do it for them. And this is not how we run our country. We need competent people who know what they're doing, who can think off their feet, and are willing to spend hours working for the Liberian people. Man, what's wrong with these people, man? You know, now Yekeh now beat the whole legislature. And he's the proud good man. Yekeh can't answer off the you the man, man. You the man. These idiots don't know their own laws. You know, sit down there talking about the representative. Acarius Gray, you the man, man. You know, and you gotta teach the boys about the rules, man. Because I mean, the book is there, the rules are there, but these people can't read, or they're too lazy to read. I bet they get a book to their wives and tell them, read it for me, man. Tell me what inside. Can you believe these people running our country? And we're talking about hope for the future, and they talk about hope for change. They say hoping for change, we're hoping for a better future. Now every day these people make us shame. Yekeh alone beat them again. With Acarius Gray pointing out the law to them, telling them, Yekeh, how you make... They didn't even go into committee to investigate the man. You see, that's why the Judge Nagwe said it. How you punish the man without due process? Because in committee is where due process is given, not in plenary. Plenary is where they get the committee's report and act on it. But the committees are the investigative body of the House and the Senate. When they set up committees, ad hoc committees, or even standing committees to review certain things, these things are so they can gather all the process issues. They can do all the due process issues and fulfill everything and investigate the case. Finalize the investigation. Set up a report for plenary. So when it comes to plenary, they can tell the plenary what the action is and what was the rationale. That's all. And plenary decides whether the man should be punished or not. And that's what the court told them. There will be no need for voting or anything. What are you voting over? What you're sitting there fussing over? If you have investigated this thing properly, there will be no need for anything else but to hear the report and act on it. Because the due process and everything will have been completed in the committee room. That's what committees are for. The fact finding, truth finding. So when our legislature don't know how to do their work, we are made shame time and time again. People steal for us time and time again with impunity. And we punish ourselves. We hurt ourselves. We hurt our children who are our future. And we keep doing it time and time again. And we think we're leaders. We think we're wise. No. Leadership is hard. And you never know until people start dying. And you can't help to stop the death. You don't know what to do. You don't know who to turn to. That's when you know leadership is not easy. Or when you start having disasters here and there, and you don't have the money, you don't have the manpower, you don't have the intelligent crew to respond to these things that need, like you see on TV. Because we all indoctrinated with TV. But when incident happen and we can't respond to it like the Americans respond to it on TV, then we start complaining. Oh, yeah. But you prepare as you are. You prepare for what you have and how to apply it effectively. Instead of sitting down daydreaming about Baywatch or some show we ain't going to get no equipment for. So let's be realistic. My young children, let's understand that our government has to work for us. The more we have the ignorant people leading us, the more it will hurt us. And hurting us now because George Weah got to step down. Got to step down, man. So, Aluta. Let me move on my last lesson. It's one more time for me to end my lesson. My last lesson is, let me go to the next lesson. Sorry. Diaspora Advocates and corruption. These things shouldn't take too long. Look at what's going on between Prophet Key and his group, the World Stage. When I started watching the thing, I didn't know there were so many people involved with Prophet Key. I thought he was alone. But then I hear Kaba, who's supposed to be one of the partners with him, telling how everything was going good until people started listening to Prophet Key, all the strategies they made to raise money, that the government were behind Prophet Key. All those things were lies. They were made up for people to get their money, and they got plenty of money. And Prophet Key took it. You see all of that deception and lies and stealing. Those people ain't nothing but petty criminals. And they have people sending their information from Liberia to promote all of this to bring George Weah down. These guys had a good setup going. They had a good setup going to lie to us, to deceive us for money, All of us. And you see why it's hard to deal with Liberian people? Because everything end up for stealing to benefit me or us or they. And it's a problem with our diaspora people. That's why you see me, I can't support no Liberian people, man, because in the end, only a few Liberians will stand up to mean something. The rest of them, they mean nothing. Look at all the criminals resettling our country. Even Casa has gotten to the point that he doesn't believe in any political party. He doesn't believe in any political leader. He believes in Borga. He believes in communists. He doesn't believe in Euro. He doesn't believe in we are. He himself has come to the conclusion because he be conscientized to the fact that all these people are criminals. All these people are linked to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. All these people got personal motives. And that's the problem with our people. We are deceitful people. We are greedy people. Everything is money, money. We kill each other for money. And the lie and deception so big now, we're forming groups to deceive our people, forming strategies of deception. Where our country going? These people need to be flogged. You see why flogging is necessary? Spare the rod, you spoil the child. Okay. So that's all I gotta say about diaspora corruption. They all owe all of them, everybody send me money to do this and that money. You don't know what they're doing with the money. You don't know. So now they send it to only a few people and they got a few people testifying. Oh, he sent me this. Yeah, he's so nice. Yeah, and y'all share the rest. But the more we're deceitful, the more we appear to hate each other or do hate each other because of this tribalism and all this hate and the tribal languages and all these peaceful ways. Our country ain't going nowhere. All of us will continue to pay the price for our deceitfulness and lies and treachery and murders of our country and our people. And Casa was right. We take the money that we can help our own people with and give it to Lebanese people and all the other people because we hate our own people. Lebanese and Indian people in Liberia selling light, electricity, selling water, selling all the things from the government, stealing and selling it more sophisticated way because they can buy the pumps and things to do it. Right in Monrovia. And Liberian people know about it. Some of them getting big money from it and killing our country. But these are the things we got to attend to. Because if our people don't love themselves and their country, why have a country? Let's just give the country to Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Ivory Coast, and just all us big Guinea. I would stay on Sierra Leone side. Okay, I've been in Sierra Leone side, but yeah, get it land around. Let's just move with the other neighboring countries because we don't deserve any country. After 100, 200 years, we can't do nothing with our country but fight each other and talk about native and country and all these things. All our educated people won't follow an uneducated man like George Weah. What kind of blessing you can bring to us? Huh? What kind of blessing George Weah can bring to us? Huh? All my educated people from the different villages and things like that, they sound like they never went to school. They behave and think like they never went to school. They act like the Western education is a damn disease. You know, but we keep doing this to ourselves. We keep lying to ourselves. We keep hating ourselves. We keep betraying each other. We keep bringing each other down. We keep thinking people we are jealous of each other. We're doing all the things to bring harm to our people. We're doing all these things to bring our nation down. Then we expect our country to be better. We expect our country to grow and prosper. we expect our people to protect each other, our national security. It can't happen. It can't happen. Because Liberians all over are deceitful. Liberians all over have no consciousness of collective working together, collective protecting each other, collective building Liberia. When we don't have this ideal of collectivity, or collectiveness, or oneness, that's all collective is. When you collect all of us together, we are one. And that's the oneness we are losing. And we're losing it every day because the ignorance is too prevalent. It's going to the soul of our nation. The ignorance has gone to the belly of our nation. When our people continually hate each other, don't believe and trust each other, and trust foreigners and expose everything to foreigners we got. Sit with foreigners and talk about our family, about our nation, about our war, and we can't trust each other to even talk with each other. That's a problem. So I hope we can overcome all of that. And the people who got hope into do our diaspora Liberian people have lost their minds, have not grown up, have not taken advantage of what is in this country to build our country. They abuse it, they lose it, and now they want to own it. We got a lot of problems for our country. Let me get into my last topic. Ritualistic and other killings. These extend from all the things I've been talking. Because of our distrust, because of our lies, because of our deceitfulness, because of our jealousy, jealousies, because of our betrayals of our own people. We don't have faith in our own gods. We don't have faith in our gods. All of us are selfish. Selfishness permeates our nation, spreads through our nation like wildfire. Jealousy spreads through our nation like evil, black death. Our country got to be revived, man. We've lost our Christian hope, our Christian dreams, our Christian knowledge, our Christian peace, our Christian love, everything we lost. For what? For greed. For fast money. Look at all my friends. Look at all my friends, man. So the greed got in like that. They thought they were going to be big shots in Liberia before me. And now they see me doing the things, I'm then jealous. They don't want to support me. They prefer to support the Indians and the Chinese and the white, but they send me money. And I tell them I need money to do what I want to do. They don't send it to me. Why? Because I'm talking about their ways. I'm talking about the tribes. They don't want to hear it. But then themselves talking about it. How our country is so tribal and evil. How our people have lost their minds and have been traumatized. And we need salvation. We need salvation, not only physical salvation, we need spiritual and divine salvation to structure our minds. Look at all my boys running behind CDC, talking about Congo country, all this stupidness, when they have the power for us to sit down and build our country. Look at Ava. I said, Vatokba. That's what I told him last night. I said, Ava, you're talking different now. You're talking like the Ava I knew when we used to sit down on cotton and talk about how we're going to build our country, how we're going to change all the things in our country. Now, after the coup and all the things, you're pointing finger, oh, you Congo, you this, you that, to grow in power. in statue over each other. It ain't gonna work until all of us with the knowledge, like we used to talk on cotton, not being afraid of each other, not talking about Congo country. You were Tokwa, I was Chesson. You indigenous, I'm Chesson. We never put that between us. I always look at you as my brother and my kid. And what you used to be talking, or what you were talking on Costa Show, how we can bring investment into a country, how we can change our country for our people. Because only people, hard-working Liberians, who are not greedy, who truly patriotic and love our country, can build Liberia. All these greedy people running around, the Bernards and all these useless people just ripping our money every year for 40 years, stealing every property, killing people for land. They can't save our country. They can't save our country. They need young Liberians sitting and thinking about Liberia, not Nima County, or Bon County, or Sasstown, or Maryland County. Those people don't know Liberia. That's why I tell all the Nima people, Nimba. I'll be telling you, you don't know Liberia. You're Nima people. You go up to your Nima and stay up there. Let us run our country. Because we got 16 counties in the thing. You're talking about Nima, and all you educated, loose people out there, they're killing each other and acting stupid with your warlord as senator. Educated people go get a warlord who has killed hundreds of thousands of people in our country to be their senator. And they say he's protecting them. You idiots. That's why I ain't even worried about those people, man. Those people are backwards. But these are the things we're talking about. Now Jefferson Koji in Monrovia killing people for their property. Huh? Look how they kill that man. Make it look like a ritualistic killing, but they wanted to deform that man and mess him up. That Ellen Johnson started killing. That evil Ellen Johnson said we start killing. And that's all we know. All these evil leaders we got. All these wicked leaders we got, that all the ways we know. And we can't perpetrate it against our people. And unless we change our ways, unless we realize that Liberia is for all of us, not for the Congos, not for the Basso, not for the crew, that we are not people for Nimba County, Gisi County, Bani County, Bumu County, Bamania County. No. We are citizens of the Republic of Liberia. And every damn county is for the 16 tribes of the Republic of Liberia. So you grow up, man. You grow up. You grow up, man. We can build our country fast. We got the people, thinking people that can build our country. But you let these native people rule us with terror. You let your tribal people bring this kind of terror and evil upon us, where you got to walk around looking over your shoulders every day. From Totmatan, this is how we live during Totmatan. You can't talk, you got to look around you before you talk. What's wrong with us, man? We come for civilization and going back into savagery. I can't help you, my people. I can't help you. So, that's what we are, my children. Don't blame me, Tony Commander Chesson. I'm just a messenger. Bringing good and bad tidings to the people in sweet Liberia. Because we got to take care of
LRP! Wake up! This is your own boy, DJ. I'm back on the idea. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to prove. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to prove. Free Mama Liberia. Nothing to prove. Free, let my liberty. Free, Sweet mama Liberia. Hey, don't just say for the poor. Education is simple. The whole country grow. Cause all of them are rule. Only people taking grab. Yeah, taking grab. Don't just say for the poor. No peace, no unity. Many people suffering. Many people crying. No food, no job. Don't just say for the poor.